I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
Money? Yeah.
They couldn't give a rat's ass about folks like you and me?
I admit I cannot emphatically contradict you there, but not what I meant.
He ain't got
So
a bad
what
vocabulary
do they
either.
have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take
They were
care of
exactly
yourself.
your size, if anything.
I'm pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in a fight.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
This just sounds like straight-up greed, and Harley doesn't strike me as that kind of type. Yeah, this seems more like her.
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. But try anything funny, and I walk.
Understood.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
Well, I sure as hell wasn't calling you gentlemen.
Dr. Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger.
So, I don't know if... where are you guys going? I don't know if Dr. Clark was a character that showed up in Lamplight City or not. It's been... I mean, granted more than 6 years, probably, because that's how long this game was apparently in development, and obviously Lamplight City came out before that, so I want to say it was maybe like 2015 or so. Point being, it's been ages since I played that game, and I only know, like, the main characters from the game. And even then, only one of them I know their name, and that's because Harley here is related to him. But, yeah. Anyway. So I want to say I might remember the lab from the alpha build as well, but that might have been where it ended. So we're pretty much going into, or at least I am, going into uncharted waters from here on. So, I'm excited. Are you? Cool. Let's talk to this guy.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Sure.
I've got some more questions about you.
I'm always happy to answer.
How'd you and Danny get together?
I was packing up after a run of shows in Quick Point, having a hard time of it. You see, my assistant had up and left a few days prior, so I was flying solo.
Your assistant left? Why?
The showman's life ain't for everybody. I don't fault him for it. Anyhow, Danny comes up and offers to help with the crates. You should have seen him. Eyes wide, hands shaking, downright charming. So Danny gives me a hand and we get to talking. Turns out he's got experience roping and shooting. He even gave me a demonstration. I offered him the job as my assistant on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history.
Cool.
Would you care to recount some of your previous adventures?
I'd love to, but I'm afraid now just ain't the time. Soon as we have a respite, I'll be glad to regale you.
I'm impressed, Miss Leger. Never thought I'd live to see the day Jake refused to tell his story.
Interesting. But yeah, this is probably the important question.
Just how did you come to learn about Clark's money?
Not long ago, I got to talking with a feller at the saloon. The whiskey had loosened his lips, and he blabbed all about the success of his Aurum claim. But then he told me about how he'd invested most of that Aurum in Clark's research, and how he wasn't the only one.
And you're certain these investors won't be wanting their money back?
Can't speak for the rest, but this feller won't. See, his aforementioned loose lips got him into trouble with some other folk. Poor bastard was shot dead in the street.
I see. Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Not quite. Because I want to try talking to... Oh, we can go this way. I'm presuming that goes back to the main town of Rosewater. I'll check that out in a minute. I wanted to talk to Danny, though.
Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
I want to know something about you, Danny.
Okay. Like what?
You and Jake known each other long?
Gosh, that's a good question. I guess it's been about 2 years?
Sounds about right.
Time goes by quick when you travel around as much as we do.
What did you do before becoming Jake's assistant?
Oh, nothing glamorous. I was a stable hand in Quick Point. Life with Gentleman Jake is certainly more, lively.
I could see that.
Just how old
Just
are
going
you
from what
anyway?
we saw in the
I'll
saloon.
be 21 this winter, but I can handle myself just fine if that's what you're worried about.
True enough. Danny's more experienced than some folk twice his age. You'd be a fool to underestimate him.
I mean, I did have to save your ass by hitting a dude over the head with a bottle, but yeah, I'm sure you can handle yourself.
Have you got any family?
Sure, my parents and older brother live on the coast, near El Presidio. I write them every month. I haven't seen them in a dog's age, though. But Jake's been like family to me, really.
We should get a move on.
All right, so does this go back to Rosewater?
Miss Leger?
We may never know. I apparently can't
Sure, I
go that
remind
way.
you that our priority is getting into that lab. Plenty of time for exploring once we finished here.
Okay, fine. Let's go to the lab. Hey, more lock stuff.
Guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that the front door is not wide open for us.
That's a serious-looking lock.
Way too complicated for these lockpicks.
Oh, damn.
So, how are we supposed to get in?
Yeah.
Some dynamite, maybe?
Now that's not a bad idea. My old pal Captain Stokes is stationed nearby at Fort Beaumont. He owes me a favor, or two.
Maybe he could give us some high-powered equipment to get inside.
You read my mind, Danny boy. Wouldn't do any harm to take a look around out here first, though.
Okay, while you do that. Yeah, the one other thing I know about Rosewater is it's going to have, I don't know if it's necessarily like a party system per se, like in terms of like what Unavowed had, where you had characters that you could take with you on certain missions and you could use them in different ways to help solve puzzles in different ways. I know we're gathering a bunch of people for what sounds like a Wild West Ocean's 11 heist here, but I don't know if we'll be able to interact with them the same way or not. Anyway, what have we
Clark
here?
Really liked his sarsaparilla. There must be at least 30 empty bottles in these crates.
I once drank 10 bottles of sarsaparilla for a bet.
Did you win?
Well, yes, and no.
It ain't Sunset Sarsaparilla, is it?
Doing some tidying, are we?
We might find some use for these. Come help me. I can't carry them all myself.
Hey, I ain't gonna start belly aching if you want to go around collecting refuse. Might fetch us a few shillings if we sell them back at the Jack of Diamonds.
For a second, I thought I was kidding. Then I
go.
remembered there is a
And
currency
some for
system.
you.
Thanks.
In fact, I think I'm broke at the moment because I spent 20. Oh no, I still got my 20 crown. Oh yeah, that's right. Jem snuck me in because I got him his paws pocket watch. This is a mailbox.
Must take ages for any correspondence to get out here.
Probably beats having to hike into town, though.
Let's rummage through his mail.
Looks like Clark missed his last mail delivery.
What do we get? Well, I got 4 bottles.
Empty sarsaparilla bottles.
Maybe we'll make some Molotovs. Anyway.
Seems to be from another scientist.
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter finds you well. Upon hearing news of the reactionary and ignorant ban our leaders have seen fit to impose, my thoughts went to you and your thankless labors in the wilderness. When they hounded you out after the expo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy's cronies sabotaged your display to discredit you, you were undaunted. After enduring such a trying year, I know how much building that lab out there meant to you. A turning point in your fortunes, or so it seemed. Yet I am sure you will persevere once more. One day when rationality again prevails in the halls of government and this
Never gonna
silly
happen.
thing is lifted, I hope to take you up on your offer of a tour. If you've returned to the bosom of civilization by then, all the better. With warm regards, Dr. Roderick Nethersoul. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still baffles me. Mine is destined for the scrapyard.
A hint, mayhap?
The good doctor was pretty self-sufficient out here.
So are these like electrical wires or just rope? Sprawled out all over the place.
Wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself.
That is not what I was wanting to look at. I guess we can't look at whatever these stringy things are.
Locked up tight.
Whoever closed this place up really didn't want anybody getting in.
Alright, so they suggested talking to a doctor friend of theirs whose name's already escaped me. So now is now when we go back? Let me just double click, skip the walk cycle. Oh, hello.
What are you doing? This is no place for sightseers.
So go away. Actually, wait.
We're not sightseers. We're trying to get into the lab. Do you know a way in?
Such disrespect. You toy with forces you do not understand.
No, I was right the first time. Go
The
away.
lady asked you a question, sir.
Heed my warning. Stay away from this place. Its mysteries are not for you.
Hey, wait!
Hey, I got a dingy hat.
You forgot your... hat?
What was that all about?
Good question.
Anyway. Let me look at it first.
Tinfoil.
Oh,
Why is that
great.
man wearing it as a hat?
Ah, come on, let's try it. Yep.
This isn't really my style.
Oh, come on, you look great. Oh, well, fuck. Alright, so now can we go back? Yes, we can. Okay.
No sign of that odd bearded fellow. I wonder where he scampered
Fort
off
Beaumont. That's
I
where we need to
reckon
go.
We got ourselves bigger fish to fry right now, Miss Leger.
And I guess we're not going back to Rosewater, at least not for now. Because the only two places I see are the lab and the fort. So I guess let's go to the fort.
Hey, look, a show!
to. What a racket.
She's pretty good, though.
I'll take your word for it. Doesn't look like any new bullet holes are showing up.
Híjole!
Excuse me? I said, excuse me.
I don't think they understand English. And I don't know if Jake does either. Maybe Danny does. Oh, hello.
Caramba, you made me miss. What do you want?
Good question. What do I want?
Do you know anything about the laboratory just over yonder?
That abandoned wreck is a laboratory?
It was at some point.
Clearly, you know more about it than I do.
Who are you, and what are you doing out here?
I am Marisol de la Vega, Lieutenant General of the Constitutional Army of New Spain. My compadre is Corporal Eugenio Garcia.
Pleasure.
Hola.
I'm Harley Leger, and these are my associates Jake Ackerman and Danny Luo.
Good to meet you. In answer to your second question, Eugenio and I are practicing our shooting while we wait for our jefe to conclude his business.
Who did you say you were waiting for?
Our leader, General Filomeno Marquez. Surely you've heard of him.
Do we lie or do we tell the truth? Harley strikes me as a straight shooter.
Afraid not.
Híjole, it really is true. Vespuccians don't pay attention to anything unless it happens right in front of their faces. You do not know of the new Spanish Revolution?
Should I?
Ugh,
What about this revolution, then?
I do not have the time or the desire to explain the particulars of our struggle to you. Pick up a non-imperialist periodical if you can find one, and you might learn something.
That's all for now. Happy shooting.
Thanks, gringa.
Okay then. Maybe we ought to knock. I don't know if we're getting in otherwise. Oh, hello.
What is it?
How did you hear me knocking over all that shooting?
Would you happen to know anything about the lab just over that way?
No, and quite frankly, I don't care to.
We'd like to come in, please.
More unannounced visitors? Must be my lucky day. What country exiled you?
None. We just want to speak with Captain Stokes.
Oh, Captain Stowe. I thought it was his doctor.
He's indisposed.
Why don't you tell Stokes that Jake Ackerman needs a word?
Gentleman Jake?
At your service.
We're not in the market for entertainment. It's like I said.
Yeah, I didn't expect that would work.
Oh, dad blasted.
Oh.
Would you knock it off with the shooting already? I can't hear myself think!
You call yourself a soldier when the sound of gunfire sets you quivering like a coward? Pathetic.
She does have a point.
Look, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
What do you all get up to in this place?
I'm really not at liberty to say, ma'am.
I wouldn't be asking to see Captain Stokes if it wasn't important.
I opened the gate for the last person who said that to me today. And what did I get as a reward? His 2 cronies raising hell for the past hour. No, ma'am, not again.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
Okay, then.
Vaya.
Well, I do see... Never mind. I was going to say I do see a torch and a hay bale. Maybe we need to cause a distraction, but I can't do any interacting with that.
Caramba!
Can we actually open the door?
No handles.
No.
Must only open from the inside.
Can't climb on this.
Híjole!
Sturdy.
Anda!
Danny?
Hey,
Jake?
Danny?
Got any ideas?
How can we get into the fort?
The god seems upset about all the noise. Maybe he'll warm to us if we can figure out some way to take care of it.
We should get a move on.
So how do we go about doing that? Jake, you want to maybe
Can we
take him
talk?
for a
What's on your
demonstration somewhere else?
How are we supposed to get into the fort?
Good question. I figured it'd be a breeze, but the guard's ornery as a mama bear with a sore teat. We need to figure out how to get on his good side.
Yeah, Danny already told me.
Enough jabber.
Okay.
Híjole!
Hey!
You again? What is it now?
Say, do you think you could practice your shooting somewhere else?
Why?
The fort guard isn't happy about the noise.
Well, then maybe he should choose another profession.
I mean, I kind of agree with you, but I also need to get it to the fort. I doubt very much this is true, but I also want to hang on to my money if I can.
You're pretty good, but I bet I can beat you at shooting.
I am the best shot in New Spain.
Care to prove it?
Gladly. But a large stationary target such as this is not suitable for a contest.
No,
If you
it's
wish
perfectly
to
fine for me.
challenge find some moving targets.
Can we use these bottles as targets?
Indeed, we can.
Oh, hey,
Very
cool.
well. Prepare to be humiliated.
Say, Jake, could you give us a hand?
My pleasure.
How many bottles are there?
About 30.
Then we will each shoot at 5. Whoever breaks the most wins.
Sounds fair.
I am feeling generous this morning.
Oh,
Would you
good.
like the opportunity to practice first?
Yes, very much. Yes, I would. Yes, please. Yes.
Actually.
Very well.
Ready with those bottles, Jake?
Yep, get ready. Set. Bottle in the air.
Oh, shit.
You missed.
Bottle in the air.
I'll get the next one.
Incoming.
I'm already not liking my chances.
I'll get the next one.
Bottle in the air.
You missed.
Bottle in the air.
You missed.
Welp.
That is the best you can do? I do not know why we are even bothering.
Neither do I.
All right, for real this time.
Ready, set, bottle in the air.
You missed.
Here we go.
I'll get the next one.
Incoming.
I'll get the next one.
Incoming.
Damn it!
Here we go.
Damn it!
My turn.
Incoming.
Don't even bother. Yep.
Anda.
I mean, you already won.
Take that!
Here we go.
Take that!
Bottle in the air.
Should have just bribed her and saved my dignity.
I win!
You don't say.
Better luck next time, sweetheart. Anda!
Hey!
Fine, have my money.
You again.
What do you say I make it worth your while to go practice shooting somewhere else?
You take me for some common bandit? Mira que cabrona. Keep your coins. And don't insult me again.
Oh, great, I have to beat her. Well, this may take a while.
Nice try, but you'll need a lot more practice if you want to challenge me.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance, Miss Leger.
Please, yes. Maybe knock them out.
Vaya.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
You're good with your gun. What's the best way to hit a moving target?
Oh, well, I find concentration is key. Just visualize hitting the target and you won't go wrong.
Great, thanks.
How about you go easy on me with those bottles? They're awful fast.
Want me to give you the advantage, huh? All right. I'll slow my hand a bit for you. Let's just hope that little firebrand doesn't take notice.
Yeah,
Enough jabber.
I didn't actually think that would work. Will Jake even bother shooting the bottles?
How about an encore of your juggling ball trick? Beat that lady at shooting, and we can get her to practice elsewhere.
I see. Not a bad plan, but I make it a point never to perform without a crowd. Ask Danny. He's a good shot, but a little practice couldn't hurt him.
Okay, we could try.
Enough Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Shooting's clearly not my specialty. Think you
Very
can teach
clearly.
that show off a lesson?
It'll be my pleasure.
All right, come on, Danny, you got this.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Any second now, you got
What
this.
do you want, boy?
I think I'd like to beat you at that bottle shooting.
Oh, this is gonna be good. All right, kid. Let's see what you got.
Why don't you go first? Show me how it's done.
My pleasure.
Ready?
All right,
Set.
she's gonna get her usual 4 out of 5.
Damn!
Here
Oh.
we go.
All right.
Take that!
Bottle in the air.
Dale!
Bottle in the air.
Caramba!
Oh, holy shit, she missed twice.
Dale!
I'll be
Let's
damned.
see you beat that!
Ready, Danny boy?
All right, come on, Danny, 4 out of
Don't
5.
worry
You got
about the
this.
warnings. Just throw.
Oh shit.
Don't believe this. Beaten by a
Why didn't I try that first?
chinito de mierda. Eugenio, vámonos de aquí.
She's not a very good sport.
Never mind her. That was some fine shooting.
Damn fine shooting.
Sure was. You weren't kidding about being good with those pistols.
It was nothing. But thanks.
All right, old timer, we got rid of the shooters.
Hey,
Let us in.
Lord.
What is it?
Sure is a nice, peaceful morning, isn't it?
What happened to those cacophonous varmints?
They took their business elsewhere. Now, would you be so kind as to let us in?
So long as you promise to keep it down.
Deal.
Got it.